What's going on, everyone? Welcome in. Why does it look funny like that? Anyway, what's going on, Blinded? What's going on, Mystic? How you guys doing? Berserk, Caitlin, how's everybody doing? Wichita? One sec. All right, I'm rushing over here today. You all know I'll be forgetting stuff over here. Y'all know I'd be forgetting stuff over here. How's everybody doing? Cause baby, there's room in here. There's enough for two in here. Ain't nothing but you and me and you. What am I missing? All right. I got a room on my desk. I need to clean my desk. Way too much stuff on my desk. TikTok is lagging bad tonight. Well, if it is, you should go to not there and go to another place where you can also see me. Why is it doing that? Just that. What's going on, Ogden? Sorry, I don't know why my chat looks so funny today. There must be some update. Taurus, what's going on? How you doing? Vaulted, what's going on? Y'all know what's going on over here. It's being weird. Everything looks funny. You know what? I see you there, Wayne. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Shay, what's going on? VJ, how you doing? Something about you gives me Prince vibes. You know, I don't hate that. I tell you what, I don't hate that. All I can think of is Dave Chappelle though when you say that. Game blouses. Why don't you go cleanse yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka? Darling Picky. Computer blue. Computer blue. Oh my goodness. That was a good episode. That was a really good episode. Oh, he took us in and served us pancakes. Charlie Murphy, thank you, Marmite. I appreciate the heart me or the hand hearts. I'm not supposed to like Dave Chappelle. Why not? I love Dave Chappelle. He's great. Gun store, liquor store, gun store. Where the hell are you taking me? You'll get me like the whole time, like top 5 skits. That was one of the top 5s. Number 1, and first of all, don't at me, okay? Don't at me about number 1s, okay? Number 1 is the Black White Supremacist. Don't at me. I don't care. It's the best. All right. That's number 1. All right. And then there's a gap. Okay. There's a gap after that. Okay. just being honest. All right. Player Haters Ball gets me every single time. So does the World Series of Dice. Those two get me going like all the time. The Rick James one. Shout out to Ashy Larry. Hell yeah. And I'll throw a wild card out there. Ooh, Mad Real World. I forgot about Mad Real World. Oh, that's a really good one. I forgot about Mad Real World. That was a good one. You stabbed my dad. Dude, I totally forgot about that one. Oh my God. We're trying to make a movie. I was gonna throw out the it's a shorter one. Wife Swap was really good too. The one where they gave black people reparations, and like, what was it, like KFC merged with Fubu or something like that. I just bought this baby cash. Hide your money, y'all. He buys the cigarette truck. There's poor people around. That one, oh, I love that one so much. What was it like? Was it Sprint that became the biggest, the biggest phone company in the world after like 2 million unpaid phone bills had just been paid off or something? It was something so stupid. It was so stupid. Oh my goodness. It was something like that. I don't know if it was Sprint or what it was, but it became like the largest company after all the unpaid phone bills came back. I was dying, dude. That was ridiculous. Oh my goodness. All right. Sorry, I got my good laugh in to start this thing out. Oh. I got my good laugh out to start this thing. Oh man, that's such a good show. Everybody knows you can take $10, $20, $30 out of your mama's purse, take a Second Street bus down and meet a guy named Rodriguez, because you know Rodriguez shit is the bomb. It was Sprint. Okay. And that was the first time I took for crack, but it would not be the last. Oh, okay. All right, y'all. We're just getting this thing started. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We're just getting some good laughing in as we're just getting this thing started. Just getting things moving. But it would not be the last. Someone said, nice shirt. Thank you. I have seen this band, I think are we at 9 times now? With the last one being in May. Thank you so much, Swearing, for that hand heart. I appreciate you. All right. Now that we got the laughs out of the way, okay. Now that we got all the laughs out of the way, now we can start moving on with the live. Thank y'all so much for being here. I really, really appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much. Hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. Please make sure if you are new here, you hit that follow button, you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We are just getting this thing started. We haven't even taken off yet. We haven't even started getting going. Keena, thank you so much for the heart signal. We haven't even really started getting this thing moving yet. We haven't even taken a call, nothing. So we're about to have some fun. At least I'm going to have some fun. I hope y'all have some fun. All right. We got the little live gift goals going on here. We got super chats coming up. If you want to become a member, that's a great time to do that. All that fun stuff. So make sure you guys are here and hanging out and coming in and sending a chat. Just come say hi in the chat as you guys come in. There's like 250 people in here in this live right here. Nobody's over here chatting. Make sure you do that. Phone lines are open. Let's get this thing started. Hello, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I'm 44.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Do you still support Trump?
In a way, I agree with some of his things. I agree with some.
What do you agree with?
Well, hey, I wasn't, okay, first of all, let me tell you, I've been calling and getting the answer machine, so I wasn't prepared for you to answer. So, well, some of the things I agree with
Jeanette, thank you so much.
Oh, it's me. Okay. All right. So, sorry about that, buddy. But I agree with, not so much I agree with him, but I didn't agree so much with a lot of the Democrat stance.
Well, sir, I'm not asking what you feel about Democrats. Donald Trump has been president for, was it 8-9 months now? The election was almost a year ago, and he's doing a whole bunch of things like violating the First Amendment and trying to take away constitutional rights from people. And I think he just declared today some type of armed conflict or something like that. So I'm wondering why you still support Donald Trump right now.
Well, I don't necessarily support those things that he's doing. But now when you say that, you know, he's been president and that the Democrats haven't been in power, I get that. But there was a reason that so much of the country went for him.
Sure, that's fine. That was a year ago. Sir, I don't want to spend 4 years worried about what happened in an election in 2024.
But okay, as voters,
sir, you're not voting for anyone right now.
Well, we have midterms coming up. We have a lot of things. If you can't
calculate your support for Trump without talking about the Democrats a year ago, then I think that you should really, really question why you still support him.
Yeah, I have. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, you're just telling me about some shit a year ago.
I support him. Actually, I mean, I've heard this. You know, I watched your live, and I actually like your live. I think you do a great job on your live.
I think I do too.
What I'm trying to tell you, yes, sir. The thing about when we say, you know, we can't concentrate on what the Democrats did. My thing was when Kamala, I voted for Biden actually last time. You know what I mean? And then he dropped out of the race, and Kamala picked up the race, and my vote automatically was going to her. So we also have to look at, like, how did she lose a vote? You lost a vote. You had a guaranteed vote with me, and you lost that vote. You see what
That's
I'm saying?
great, sir. Do you want to discuss anything that Donald Trump is doing right now, or are you just going to be
Yeah,
worried
we can
about what
discuss. Yeah,
Kamala Harris did? Is it because she just released a book? Is that what it is? Is she popular right now
yeah,
again because she
and
just
that's what
released a
made and
book?
that's what upset me a little bit, because I said, wait, are you lying to us now, or were you lying to us then?
When did she
One
lie
of
to
them's a lie.
us?
When she said that he was capable of doing that she stood with Biden on doing his job, and the different things that she said in her book, and now that she's coming out and she's saying, well, I didn't necessarily feel like this, or that could have been what cost you the election, was that you didn't come out the way that you
So
should have, the way
information
that
you
you're
found
coming
out
out
a
now.
year later cost her the election a year ago.
No, well, what she's saying in her books is that, or what she's saying in her book is that she felt this way, but she didn't want to go against the grain.
You mean she
But
didn't want to
going
go
against
against
the
her
grain
boss,
could
the
have,
president?
yeah, that's pretty much how
How
I
often
took
at
it.
work do you go against your boss? How many times at work do you burn your boss at work?
not, well, I mean, it's happened. It's happened if
So
if
you
I
just
felt my
walk in.
boss made a bad call.
So you just normally just, maybe
But
you call up
the
some.
thing is,
No, sir.
we're
So
talking about the country.
sir, that is her boss. The president
Okay.
of the United States, the leader of the free world, the one that
Mhm.
could end her career with a snap of a finger and make sure she's never in politics ever again. And you just wanted her to go up there and just slam him on national television?
Not necessarily.
That's what it
but
sounds like.
There was a way. No. And see, and that's the thing. There's a way to go about things where you don't have to necessarily slam him, but the way that she's distancing herself now.
She distanced
You
herself
see what
back
I'm saying?
then.
But it's too late.
She distanced
You see what I
herself
mean?
back.
It's too
No,
late.
I don't see what you mean, because she distanced herself last year. She very,
how did she
very
do that?
clearly distanced herself last year by her actual policy agenda and the things that she said about the policies and that what she would have done that were completely different from the way that Donald Trump, or the way that Joe Biden had done things.
Now, see, that's what I wanted to talk about. If you
I
don't
know,
mind.
because you don't want to talk about anything that Donald Trump is doing right now. I'm very aware.
No, I'm comfortable. Look, I give it to both the left and the right. I'm actually an independent. I didn't vote for Trump. I just didn't vote for Kamala. I sat out this election. I'll say this.
Then why am I
watched
talking
the
to you?
debate that-
So you don't support Trump and you didn't vote. Why am I even having this conversation with you?
Because I'm an American that cares about his country.
Cool. You're going to be an American someplace else. There's tons of Americans. There's about 365 million Americans that I don't talk to every single day.
365. I thought the count was somewhere around 236 million Americans.
It's 265.
But,
I said 300. That's on me. Wait, no, I'm not. Hold on. What is the population of the United States right now? Anyways, not important. Sir, if you didn't vote and you don't support Donald Trump right now, then I don't know why I'm talking to you. And I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just being honest. Like, if you just want to sit up here and it sounds like you just want to like sit up here and whine about something you didn't like about Kamala Harris, and I don't really give a shit about Kamala Harris.
Okay, and that's fine. That's fine. Sir, I'm just trying to have a civil discourse about, I seen your live, and I like what you're doing on your live, and I just wanted to have that. My thing is, the reason that we have Trump right now.
347? I thought it was up to 360. That's crazy. My bad.
Yeah, what I'm saying is the reason that we have Trump in right now is because of, in my opinion, to make it short and sweet, it felt like Kamala's policies were talking to a small portion of Americans, where Trump just blanketed everything. He said, hey, no tax on
Donald Trump
overtime.
just lied.
Yeah. Okay.
Kamala Harris also ran on no tax on overtime. So did Bernie Sanders, who was the original person that ran off of it.
Okay, so my question is, why did she let him take that then? Because I never heard her once say anything about no tax on overtime.
Then you weren't listening.
can you point me to any kind of speech or anything that I can look up on YouTube where she talked about no tax on overtime?
Sir, I'm pretty sure if you pull up any speech that she did over the last month and a half of her campaign, she'd probably find it. It'd be hard for you to miss it, to be completely honest with you. Okay, it takes a lot of work
because I watched.
It takes a lot of work to miss it.
That's weird because during the debate, it was never brought up. She never once said that.
Trump also didn't bring it up during the debate. Donald Trump also didn't bring it up during the debate.
Okay, well, and that was a good time to bring it up. Would be like, hey, I'm doing a no tax on overtime too.
But if Trump didn't do it, then why would she do it? And why do you know that Trump said it and not Kamala Harris? It's because you didn't find a way to educate yourself. You're blaming Kamala Harris for your inability to educate yourself.
Okay, now see, and but this is the problem with that. If you have good policies, why didn't you let those policies be known?
She did. It was on her website.
Why do we have to? Why was? All right, let me ask this question.
It was on her website, and she talked about it consistently.
Why do we support Trump? You said why do
you don't support Trump, which is why I don't know why I'm having this conversation.
I just have one quick question.
One quick question before I kick you off this live, because there's literally no point in you being here.
Hey, I agree with that, Dan. So let me just spit this question out there, because you were solid in me. But so why do you not have to look so hard to see what he was saying about the no tax on overtime, but you have to dig for what she said?
You didn't.
Why wasn't her voice as loud as his? That's my question.
You didn't.
Because that's where we lost.
Voices are louder when you're listening.
She lost my vote.
Voices are louder when you're listening.
I was listening to her. She had my
obviously
vote.
Not because I was listening to her and I heard her say that so many times, so many. I didn't have to look for it. I just turned on the internet and went, let's see what Kamala Harris said today. Oh, and she said it just like I heard Bernie Sanders say it a whole bunch of times. Didn't have to look for it. It was just there.
Wow. Well, I sure didn't hear. I never heard her say it, and I never heard Bernie ever say it. Like, this is all brand new news to me that Kamala said anything about no tax on overtime and tips, or that Kamala said it. Either one of them. I never heard that from either side.
Let's also be clear: Donald Trump did not implement no tax on tips. Let's also be clear about that. But
he did not.
No.
What is this thing that there's a 25%? What is it? A $25,000 cap on then? Was that
$25,000 tax deduction on cash tips?
It's a.
That's not no tax on tips.
So you get that money back at the end of the year with your taxes, correct or no?
You get to deduct it from your taxes. Do you know how tax deduction works?
I'm asking you. Does that money go back in your pocket or it does not?
No.
Okay. All right.
It's a tax deduction.
No tax on overtime. That whole thing deduction. Is a scam, pretty much?
No, it's a tax deduction.
Okay.
Again, sir, do you know how a tax deduction works?
No, sir. If you don't mind.
Okay. It's not no tax on your overtime, because no tax on overtimes mean if you ever worked overtime, you would never have taxes pulled out of that overtime money. Okay? Mm-hmm. Or there would be no taxes pulled out of it. What you can do is you can claim a certain amount of it on your taxes at the end of the year, which is deductible against the rate that you already claim your taxes on. Okay. So depending on how many tips you make and how much you make and all that sort of stuff and all the rest of your deductions, if you decide to itemize, which the majority of Americans don't, especially the majority of tipped workers, because they don't have enough assets to itemize their deductions, and usually the standard deduction is higher. Okay, if you actually choose to itemize on your deductions, then you can deduct those.
I'm not a tip worker, but I'm an overtime worker.
Yep.
I put in a crap ton of overtime.
Yep. Well, if you put in a crap ton of overtime, you'll get a very little bit of it as a tax deduction at the end of the year if you choose to itemize, which is probably not worth it for you because you'll probably lose money.
Huh. Well, if that's how it goes, and then we need these voices out here then to say, then
I'm here 6 days a week.
Why wouldn't anybody say, hey, that this is fake?
I'm here 6 days a week.
As much as he screams fake news, why didn't anybody say, hey, the no tax on overtime, that's fake news?
I'm here 6 days a week. 6 days a week, 7 to 9 Central.
And then you have other politicians.
And then 10 a.m. to noon on Saturdays and Sundays.
But why isn't any politician calling him out on that if it's fake news?
People have.
So they said, "Wow, this is it's incredibly mind blowing to me because, I mean, I watch CNN. I actually watch CNN. I watch Fox News because I want to know what all sides are saying. Because
CNN is a right-wing news
we,
network. They are absolute trash.
Who? Who's the right-wing news network?
CNN. They are trash.
And the right wing puts it off on the left wing. They say CNN left wing.
Yeah, nobody listens to CNN. They're a failed news organization.
Okay. Well, my point is, why hasn't anybody? I mean, even Bernie, he's been hit the country like pretty hard. He's been hitting down in Mississippi pretty hard. I haven't even heard, and I watched it. I haven't even heard Bernie say, "Hey, you know that no tax on overtime and all that? That's fake news." Why isn't anybody saying it? You're saying that they are, but
because people that are as smart as Bernie, people that are as smart as Bernie don't go around yelling fake news. Dumb people go around yelling fake news.
If something is fake news, shouldn't it be exposed?
You're being exposed right now. Congratulations.
Huh?
You're being exposed right now. Congratulations.
Right now? Yeah. Well, I wish you were running for politics. You could have got a vote.
Why?
You could have.
How would I have gotten a vote?
Kamala
Harris was much smarter than me, and y'all didn't vote for her.
You know what? Look, I watched the debate. When I seen that debate, I didn't know that she won the debate until I went onto the news stations and everybody was like, "Oh, she smoked Donald Trump in that debate," and I was like, "What? Did we watch the same debate?" Because she sat there quietly and let this man, no matter how outrageous the things that he was saying were, she let this man talk. And she let him get his points across. And she didn't get, if I talk for 45 minutes and you talk for 10, it's kind of hard for you to beat me.
I don't know what debate you were watching at all.
The only one that they only had one.
Obviously not. I mean, they must have had another debate that you watched, and then the rest of America watched the debate, like the rest of the debate altogether. Because literally no one said Donald Trump won that debate. Fox News didn't say that Donald Trump lost that debate.
And that's what
Fox News, who doesn't even like to fucking tell the truth, even said that Kamala Harris won that debate. Nobody, Donald Trump might have actually said she won that debate. I don't know what debate you were watching.
I was watching the one where she sat there and let that man talk the whole time and barely interjected herself.
You're not supposed to interject yourself in a debate.
You know, if we could talk,
you're not supposed to interject. You're not supposed to interject yourself in a debate. One of the biggest problems. You're not supposed to inject yourself into a debate. The entire point of a moderated debate is that one person talks and the next person talks. And when the moderator tells you to talk, that's when you talk. Donald Trump just doesn't understand that because he's a petulant child. You're not supposed to interject yourself into the debate. If you're interjecting yourself in the middle of a moderated debate, then you're losing the debate.
Can I ask you this question too?
You were supposed to just ask me the last one.
We had 4 years of Biden. We had 8 years of Obama. And then we have another 8 years of Clinton also. I think Clinton got in twice. I'm not sure, but I think he was in twice.
And we had 8 years of Bush Jr. and 8 years of Bush Sr. and 8 years of Reagan.
Okay, great. So
since we're going through every president since I've been alive.
Okay, well, I'm a little bit older than that, so I remember a little bit. But my question is, and I will say this because they tend to lean on them a lot. They go get Quavo from Amigos and all this and that. If the black community is your base pretty much, and that's your home base, why do black neighborhoods still look the same? LBJ said a long time ago, LBJ, he was a Democrat. He said, "Hey, we will give them just a little bit. We won't give them enough to change anything. We will give them just a little bit. And if we continue to do this, we'll have them voting Democrat for the next 50 years."
Where did he say that?
And that's what I see happening because I see these neighborhoods still look the same. Huh?
Where did he say that?
What'd you say?
Where did he say that?
What, LBJ? When did LBJ say
First of all,
that?
why the fuck are we talking about LBJ? That's an even better question.
because he's a Democrat. And what he
So
said
what?
is what they're still doing till today.
So the fuck
giving
what?
When the Black
The
Lives
Democrats-
Matter movement
back-
happened, when
back
the
in the
Black
day,
Lives Matter
Democrats-
movement happened, hold on,
Yeah, no,
when
no.
the Black
You
Lives
do
Matter
realize that
movement happened,
Democrats used to be slave owners, also, right?
I do know that. And
Yeah.
and a lot of people
So
don't
what?
know that. A lot of Democrats don't know that.
No, you just don't
they
seem
act
to
like they don't
understand
know
that the Democratic
Lincoln
Party,
was a Republican.
that it has nothing to do with the Democratic Party. That's what you don't understand.
Okay, but my question is, it still remains, no matter what the word salad, if LBJ
That's not a
if
word
LBJ
salad, sir.
said,
Sir, I don't give a
if
fuck what LBJ said. Sir,
if we
I don't
we
give a
continue
fuck
to
what
do
LBJ
this,
said.
They will vote Democrat for the next 50 years.
Okay, can you hear me?
So, yeah.
Cool. I don't give a fuck what some Democratic president said before I was born.
Now, they normally say when you start cussing that you lost the debate. That's
Well,
what
you
they
can say
normally
that all you want. So I want you to hear this
Not
very
just
clearly,
me,
okay?
that's kind
I
of
want you to
what
hear
they
this very clearly, okay?
Okay.
I don't give a fuck what some president said prior to me being born, okay? I care what the current parties are doing right now, okay? Right now,
if they're doing the exact same thing-
no. Your
Okay.
turn to be quiet,
Okay.
okay?
Go ahead.
Because I've been trying to talk and you keep rambling.
Mm.
Okay. What I care about is what the current Democratic Party is doing. And the current Democratic Party is actually putting through policies that are actually helping poor communities, Black communities, Latino communities, freaking
Really?
LGBTQ plus communities. Yes. And the current Republican Party is putting in things that specifically rip funding and things away from those things. That is what is currently happening. And if tomorrow the Republican Party started doing things that actually start helping poor people, Black people, Latino communities, people are the LGBTQ plus community. If tomorrow the Republican Party started doing that and the Democratic Party stopped doing that, then I would be a Republican because I don't give a fuck about the parties at all. It has nothing. No. All right, you don't seem to be understanding what's going on here. Okay, it's fine. I'm done talking to you. I was done talking to you 10 minutes ago when you said the last question, okay? And then since you continue, sir, no one can hear you. You are muted. No one can hear you. So you can stop trying to talk over me. All right, sir. Well, you have a wonderful day. And I hope you have a wonderful day, okay, sir? All right. Gosh, you have to be so worried about the name of the political party. It is crazy. Absolutely wild. Anyways, I don't know why I was talking to that guy for that long. Like I said, he didn't vote at all, and he doesn't support Trump at all. So I don't know why the heck I was even talking to him. That's why I wanted to be done 10 minutes ago. Fly Girl, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Says these people just didn't want a Black woman. 100%. Thank you so much, Fly Girl, for that. And Tobin said Bush only had one term. That's right. My bad. Bush Sr. only had one term. That's on me. I said two in that, didn't I? Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate that. And Taurus, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Big W's in chat for the 5 gifted. Thank you so much, Taurus. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. Unlike that last caller, please only call in if you actually support Trump. Cool. Thank you. That was way too long. That guy did not want to get off the phone. I think he just needed a friend. Y'all, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I think he just needed a friend. That's okay. That happens sometimes. Hello, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I am 28.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yeah, so I voted for him.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. Hail Satan. Sorry, I missed that. I didn't care if you vote for him. I asked if you still support him.
Do I still support him? Yeah.
All right. Why is that?
Why did you say Hail Satan?
Because I want to. You got a problem with it?
I mean, it's the power of darkness. Do you submit to the power of
The
darkness?
power of darkness comes and engulfs this live.
Lord,
Bring
please
your
forgive him,
power,
for he
Satan.
does not know what he does.
Satan, please enter
It's
this
by
caller.
the blood of Jesus, please
Enter
save
this
this man.
caller
He does
through
not
his
know what
bottom.
he's doing. Jesus is king.
Enter
Jesus
his
is
body
king.
through his bottom and possess this
It doesn't
caller and send him down to your place of darkness. 666 is in the chat for everyone. Can I get 666 in the chat for everyone? Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you.
God bless you. You know, Jesus still loves you.
I hope not.
He does.
Oh, he does?
You're made in God's image.
I
and You're
am?
a beautiful creature just
Even
like
when I
everybody else.
masturbate?
Yep.
Oh, how many times did Jesus
I fall
masturbate?
short sometimes too, man.
How often did Jesus masturbate?
He was perfect.
So, that's not what I asked.
So he didn't sin.
Who said that was a sin?
Jesus.
Where did he say that?
Neither fornicators nor homosexuals will inherit the kingdom of the earth.
And how is masturbation a fornicator?
Because it takes away our manhood.
It takes away your manhood? Yeah,
Mhm.
that wouldn't fall into the definition of fornication, by the way.
Are you
Nice try.
justifying
Where did
the
Jesus say
sinful
that?
behavior so you feel better about it?
Oh no, I don't give a shit. I don't believe in your little freaking God whatsoever. I couldn't give a shit.
I'm actually just kind of curious.
You can't,
Hold on, let's
sir.
just bring it back.
I
By the way,
feel just as bad about sinning to your God as I do about offending Harry Potter.
that's okay.
Yeah.
You are justified to feel exactly how you feel.
Oh, I'm very
just
aware.
curious
This is
kind
a
of
free
what
country.
compelled you. I'm just curious what kind of compelled you to say "Hail Satan" before kind of any words were
I don't know. I
exchanged.
just
I'm
I
curious, like, what
heard
led
I
you to say
heard
that.
your voice and I just felt like Satan was in you, and it just kind of brought it out to me. Your God
Must
told
be a
me that.
projection.
Your God told me that Satan is inside of you. So
But if my God told you, he must exist. So essentially, like, why did he communicate
that's
with
crazy, huh? But God works
you?
in
Sounds like a
mysterious
personal
ways.
relationship. Dude.
God works in mysterious ways,
Hey, we can agree on that.
Yeah, how he let you become a Christian and still support Trump. That's a pretty mysterious way.
Well, I actually just say it. I just said it to keep you on the phone. I only voted for him to release the Epstein list, and I've not seen it yet, so I'm floundering. Yeah, I don't support him anymore. So I just wanted to take this
So you
platform to say
voted-
Jesus
so you-
is king,
you
and
voted-
Jesus loves every single person in this chat, and it's never too late to repent.
Yes, you should repent for voting for Jeffrey Epstein's best friend to become the president.
I actually didn't vote for him. I was capping too. God forgive me.
Okay. So I guess lying is okay according to your God too, huh?
I apologized for it.
Oh, okay. Well, then I apologize for my masturbation.
That's okay. You're forgiven.
Oh, you get to forgive me
Wait,
now, huh?
I see a 720. Are you from
Look,
Denver
this guy
too?
this guy gets to forgive me now. This is great. Apparently, this guy's God. He just forgave me for my sins. Isn't that impressive?
No, I'm sure Jesus does.
Hmm.
I mean, it's between you and him. But are you from?
All right, we're gonna move on to the next caller. That guy was weird. This guy's weird. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the next caller. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. That's weird. That guy really enjoyed the conversation about Jesus, touching himself though. Hello, how are you? Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Awesome. How old are you?
19.
Awesome. What year were you born?
2006.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
By the what?
Do you still support Trump?
A little bit. I kind of.
You kind of support being anti-constitutional?
I kind of have to because of how my family is. Like in secret, I'm going to be like, yeah, no, I don't really like the guy. But comparing to all of the, kind of how my family is, I'm scared for my safety. I can't disagree with them. I have to be okay with how he is, So I think there's a problem, especially in our country, where kind of this guy is just being totally praised as like, okay, he's like a holy figure when he definitely isn't. Like,
Are you okay, man?
Am I okay?
Yeah, it sounds like you're in like an unsafe situation over here. Are you all right?
I'm okay. I can handle it.
It doesn't sound like it.
Well, I am...
You know what I realized? I was talking about Harry Potter. I didn't even realize I had my Harry Potter freaking shaker cup too. That's crazy.
Oh, really? Harry Potter?
Anyways. You get to think for yourself, right? It's okay.
I know that. I know this.
Well, it doesn't sound like, again, it doesn't sound like it.
Well, I'm trying my best to avoid a bad situation. I don't want to argue. I'm just
But sir, regardless of what you're saying to your family, you don't have to say it up here. Your family's not in my live.
Okay. you're right. I think I put a persona, a mask on whenever I talk about this political stuff. But yeah, I don't like the guy. I don't, and I haven't in forever, which is kind of relieving to say. Like, oh my god, this is true. Oh my god, I don't.
So
I hate
I'm
him.
gonna let you know something, and this is probably gonna come as like a really big surprise to you, but I am gonna tell you this. All right.
Okay.
If at any point in time your support for like a political figure like makes you like have to be like relieved to say that you don't support him, like you should probably like no. And I mean this with like truly no offense because I go to therapy all the time, so like I'm not saying that, but like really like get a therapist and like to have someone to talk to, dude, because this like as much and as much as I'm like a really nice guy and I really feel sorry for you if this is the situation that you're in, like I really truly do. You should get a therapist and get somebody to talk to because I'm not qualified to do this. And this sounds like you're having like almost like a deconstruction issue going on over yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like that you probably should deal with a professional. Not in front of, a couple thousand people. So,
Okay.
and that's just me being honest, but I truly do hope the best for you and, and whatever's going on in your life to have you feel this way. I truly do hope that that you get the help that you need, but I'm not going to therapy this out in front of a couple thousand people. It just doesn't seem right. All right. So
Sure.
yeah.
I appreciate it.
But if you
Thank
do
you.
need support, I do have my Discord, and there's lots of people in there that I'm sure would love to help support you or hook you up with a good spot for you to get some therapy or something like that, or you can shoot me a message, and I'm sure I can help you out too. All right.
Great. I appreciate it. Talk Trump. Have a good day.
You too, man. Bye. All right, we're gonna keep this thing moving on. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Kayla's in my TikTok chat. She is a therapist and she would love to help you get help. 100%. Jeff, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. I really appreciate that. Big W in the chat for Jeff. Big W's in the chat for Jeff for that 5 gifted and extra big W if you got one of those gifted. Hell yeah. Freaking good with the gift with the members today. Really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Also, if you'd like to support the live, I do have super chats and all that fun stuff that I like to go in between callers. So thank you guys so much for being here. Hello, how are you?
Good.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I'm 30.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. What's on your mind?
Well, when you say, one of the things I support, I guess, is his immigration policy.
Awesome. So can you please tell me how anything Donald Trump has done with immigration is somehow overrides the fact that he's literally violating the First Amendment at like whenever he can?
Can you go into detail on what? Because I'm not even sure what you're talking about.
Which one? He freaking got Colbert fired. He got Kimmel fired. He's literally deporting people for exercising their free speech. He's trying to,
How does
he's trying to
Kimmel
burn the
fired?
flag. He kicked out. He's trying to stop, make it outlaw to be burning the flag. He got called by a federal judge for violating the First Amendment by kicking AP News out for all that stuff. What are you talking about? Like every other day, he freaking violates the First Amendment in one way, shape, or another.
Right. But what I said I supported him on wasn't any of that stuff.
Right,
So
but
I
you're
don't know
saying
where
that for
you're
some
making
reason
that connection.
immigration is such a big thing that violating the
That's what I
First
support him on. I
I'll
told you.
put it this way. Okay. Like things like the ACA, right? Like the Affordable Care Act. People call it Obamacare. Okay? That's something that is important to me. All right? But if the person that I supported the ACA, right? But also was throwing in jail people for, I don't know, something that's very like legal, like burning the flag, I would stop supporting that person because that's a violation of the Constitution and against the law. And it's so horrible that I'm not just going to ignore that because I like something else that he does. Does that make sense?
Okay, so then that would mean I only support myself and I support nobody on earth because there's something that I disagree about with everyone.
But that's not what I said.
Literally everyone.
Did you miss the whole point
No,
of
it
that?
is.
No, it's not.
No, what you said was, and I can pretty much quote you word for word here. I can't possibly support Trump because I don't agree with everything that he's done.
That's not anywhere near what I said. That's
Yeah, I don't.
that's
I
not
guess,
even that's not even in the ballpark of what I said. That's what's crazy. Is it's not even
So
close.
why can't we just talk about what I support him on?
Because I want to answer to this question. I want to know, okay, how somehow we're still talking about what you want to talk about. I want to know why immigration is more important to you than violating the Constitution. Why are you still supporting a president who is violating the Constitution based off, even though just to get immigration policy? Why is that?
I'm pretty sure part of the Constitution is how you are defined as an American citizen. So I am supporting the Constitution by.
Okay, you just can't
wanting
understand this, can you?
No, I get that. I don't agree with his flag burning. I don't, or his argument on flag burning, that you should be jailed. I don't agree with that, and I said that immediately when that news story came out. I said I don't agree with that at all.
Cool.
But so I don't support him on every single thing, but I support him in some of the things that he does.
Okay, and I want to know why whether you support him or not. Okay, and see, here's my thing. Anybody can name any. Listen. Anybody can name one or two little things from any president, even if they hate it. I mean, hell, the economy in Germany was doing great under Hitler when he first took power, right? You can pick out small things
because of the bad things he was doing, though.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
I wouldn't support a booming economy.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is we can find any little thing, okay, from any type of president and pick out the one little thing that he's doing. But I want to know why we're ignoring all of the horrible things that he's doing, all of the completely anti-constitutional, inhumane things he's doing, just to talk about immigration, this tiny little thing that in the grand scheme of things means nothing.
I've got multiple things I support him on. I'm
okay.
just referring to one.
So what are the other what are the other things?
His tariffs and trade policies, asserting U.S. interest into foreign policy. Like his strong leadership there. I know you aren't going to agree with this because I've watched the stream before. His Christian and social values, smaller government. I'm all for that. Expectation of use of executive authority and bold action. His economic expertise.
Are there a lot more bullets on this list you're reading or no?
You wanted me to give
I can tell you're reading a list. I was just wondering how many bullets we were through before we got to the end. That's all I was wondering. Like 2, 3, 7
bullets. What are you talking about bullets? This is the list that I'm
maybe they're dashes or something like that.
No, they're things that I'm coming up with.
Oh, okay. Just out of curiosity.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm too prepared.
I didn't ask if you were prepared. I don't care that you're prepared. I asked you. I admit. I just said you were prepared. I just asked you how many down the list we had to go. That's just wondering.
Those are off the top of my head, so you can talk to me about anything here.
Okay, I want to talk to you about his violation of the First Amendment, how he's sending people to foreign torture prisons, okay, in violation of the Constitution. All right. I want to talk about things like that. I want to talk about how he is directly freaking causing a division in the United States. Okay, by calling freaking Americans domestic terrorist groups. I want to go into how the fact he said there was going to be no like he's the president of peace, yet he renamed the Department of Defense Department of War, and it just claimed we're in an armed conflict.
All right, let's take this one step at a time. You said You're sending people to torture prisons?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you get that information from?
I thought you were prepared.
I am, and I didn't see any information on that. I think that's an untrue claim.
Oh, do you know what CCOT is?
CCOT?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh, you're really not prepared. This is an immigration thing, and you're not even up to snuff on the one thing you wanted to talk about. That's crazy.
Where is CCOT?
El Salvador.
Tell me about it if I don't know. Is that like a town or what?
Is El Salvador a town?
No, CCOT, like in El Salvador.
It's a prison.
Okay. Well, good, because they broke the law, I guess.
Gotcha. So you're totally okay with somebody breaking the law being tortured?
That's not on our turf. I would say that that's not our fault.
We not only sent them directly to that country to go to that prison, but we paid the El Salvadorian government in American tax dollars to make sure that they housed them in that prison.
I don't know, man. At the end of the day, they're run by the El Salvador government, not the U.S. So if they wanted to keep them in there, they keep them in there. If they don't want to keep them in there, they ship them out.
Sir, I'm sorry. Maybe you didn't hear what I said. The American government is sending American tax dollars to this country in order to house these people in this prison.
I don't buy that. And at the end of the day, I mean, if they are, who knows if they're staying in there? Are we checking up on these people? Or
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
To make sure that they're still in the jail. Really.
Oh yeah, being tortured every day. Yeah.
I don't believe that. But
So it's unfortunate that their torture does not stop because you don't believe it.
I mean, I'm trying to even
Thank you,
wrap my
Francis,
head
for the
around
subscription. I
the first
appreciate that.
thing.
Thank you so much. To be completely honest with you, I have a pretty hard time believing it too.
He's
Kinda
all
sad.
about not spending money on other countries. I don't know why he would spend on he's like the king of Doge and everything. I don't know why.
Government spending's at
You
an
would,
all-time high.
It's what?
At an all-time high.
Our spending?
Yeah, government spending's at an all-time high, and Donald Trump's already added between his first term and this term over $12 trillion to national debt.
At least he's cutting some of the bad stuff. So,
Oh, like what?
like research and technology on LGBTQ teen boy pregnancies, I've seen was one of the things that gets cut.
Oh, gotcha. Can you please show me where that was a thing?
Yeah, I sure could. I don't have it on the top of my head, but I've got.
All right.
I
Well, how
saw-
about this?
I saw
How about
in
this?
the Senate
That's
somebody was
that's not
talking about
true. But let's just pretend it is true. You know what else he's cutting research for?
What?
Cancer. He's cutting research for cancer.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you show me where that is? I mean,
Sure,
I play
easily.
The same game as you.
Easily.
Okay, I'm ready.
Which source do you like? There's about 1,000.
I can find mine too.
Well, you didn't. I didn't ask you to find one. You told me to find one.
You did ask me to.
Here we go. How about
Yeah.
how about this one? I'll put this one on the screen. Sound good? Do. After cutting cancer research fund, Trump pledges $50 million for AI solutions.
Okay.
Yeah. Didn't we? Speaking of that, didn't we just fund like
$1,000 in funding to prevent pregnancy in transgender boys, which is coming from
All right.
the New York Post, which is I'm
The-
sure a site that you're interested in.
the New York Post is a tabloid?
Well, I'm sure you're interested in that.
Why would I be interested in a tabloid?
Almost. Well, that's one thing or one source.
Cool. Can you show me one that's not a tabloid?
Yeah, probably.
All right, let's try that.
Okay. Can't be that hard. I mean,
Yeah, shouldn't be.
I would say this Fox News one, but you would not agree with that, I'm sure.
You know what? Fine. I'll take the Fox News one. What's the title of the Fox News article?
Here, this is a different one. It's called Doge says 239 contracts canceled over 2 days, including a grant to teach trans farmers about food justice.
All right, awesome. Let's see where what's the name of that article? And who's it by?
What?
And who's it by?
By
Who's the article?
Luis?
No.
Luis?
What agency? What news agency?
Fox News.
Fox News. All right, Fox News. And the name of the article is what? By the way,
says
I'd like
200
to be very clear that he completely abandoned the whole trans teen boys thing. I would like to be very clear that he has completely abandoned that one because he knows there's no source for that. But go ahead. What was this one?
No. Doge says transgender farmers grant among 230 plus contracts canceled in just 2 days. Among them was the transgender farmers grant.
Let's see what they source on this. Let's see. I'm always curious about these. La da 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 da. Oh, there's literally no sourcing. There is literally not a single sourcing.
So you're saying you don't think it's true?
Well, I trust
You
data,
think Fox
sir,
News made it up?
not just some guy on Fox News that writes an article. Now, if they had sourced it to something where you could show me that happens, then I would be totally okay with it. Oh, sorry.
Back to where we started this hour. President
shoot.
Trump and Elon Musk speaking at the White House earlier. And
There is a source. It's from a post on X. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
This is literally sourcing. I'll put it up on the screen so everyone can see it. I was looking for it. I couldn't find it. The elimination of the contract represents a saving of $400 million according to a Doge tweet posted on X.
Okay, well, I know the one that I said originally is out there, and I just can't find it right now, but I know that I saw it in a hearing, and the person that was defending it was somebody that was in charge of the scientific research on the teen trans boy pregnancies, and I don't know, I saw the actual hearing, so I know that it exists, I just didn't have the source pulled up right now.
Gotcha. So you saw on social
And
media
I'd
that
have to
some
search
guy
for
that
it.
you can't prove said something about something, and so therefore we should believe that is a reason that we should support Donald Trump's cuts. Even though I can show that literally on any news station you want to pull up, any of them, good ones, bad ones, indifferent ones in the US, ones outside of the US, you name it, and I can pull up a freaking article with backing data showing exactly the lines where Donald Trump specifically cut cancer research.
Maybe they had it figured out what was doing or what
They figured out cancer?
research was worth there. They figured out what cancer research was more worthwhile. I mean, they've got to
Guys,
cut spending.
Donald
They have to
Trump
cut spending.
figured out how to research cancer better. That's impressive. You know what? I give props on that one. I give props on
Not
that
Donald
one.
Trump.
Donald Trump in
Trump is
8
the one
months has figured out how a better
a
way
cabinet
to research
and-
cancer. That is impressive.
You always change it into something like Donald Trump figured out cancer. No, that's not how that works, and you know that. You're just trying to strawman the
Sir,
argument.
obviously it's not how it works, sir. You're the one who just said it.
But you're acting like it though.
No, sir, you're acting like it, and I'm mocking you.
I did not say Donald. I did
You're
not say
acting
Donald
like
Trump
it, and
figured out
I'm
cancer.
mocking you. That you like what?
No.
Okay,
That's
cool.
not what just
We'll just
happened.
give up on that completely. You do realize, okay, your whole like he's supposed to not be sending to money to any other countries. How much money has he sent to Israel? How much money did he just send to Argentina for a bailout? Wasn't it
I
like
don't know. We've
$20
moved-
billion?
We must have given up on my first argument. You said I move on from arguments, but you're quickly moved on from.
Oh
my
no,
first
sir. I'm
argument.
saying I would love to stay on this argument and sit here and just work you on Donald Trump canceling cancer research while you struggle to find something about trans farmers, okay, which is just fucking ludicrous. I would love to stay right here, but for the sake of your ability to actually have a conversation with me, because obviously you can't have one on the other, I was trying to move something that maybe you had a little bit more education on. This was for your benefit, not for mine.
Okay. What else do you got to say then?
Yeah, you said that Donald Trump was supposed to be stopping spending money on other countries. That's what you said when I said that we were spending American tax dollars to fund our people being tortured in CCOT. People being tortured in CCOT, that's what you said. And then I asked
think
you if
bailing
Donald Trump was trying to stop sending money to other countries, then why did he just send $20 billion to bail out Argentina?
I think probably because we would like to have Argentina on our side. And
Oh,
I think that's
gotcha. So it's okay to
think
spend
that's
money
like
on
a
other
political-
countries as long as we want them on
What?
our side.
Yeah, it's okay to send them out
Mm.
money to maintain relations. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, awesome.
It's good to have countries owe you.
Awesome.
Is it not?
Yeah. Is it good to send out money to other countries in order to aid them? Yeah, that's absolutely good. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Well,
Yeah.
we agree that
The
Trump did a
problem
good thing.
is that what do you feel about Joe Biden and sending money to other countries?
When it's to cover up your son and
Oh,
and do things like
here
that, then
we
it gets a little
go.
shady.
Here we
'Cause
go.
That's not the same. That's not the same.
Yeah, not even close to the same, sir. There's no way. See, that was the problem with the conversation. It's not should we be sending some money over to other countries because that's what's considered soft power. Yes, that's a really good thing. When we're going into, when Biden does it, it's a bad thing, but if Trump does it, it's a good thing. That's where I knew you were going to go.
I think those are two different situations, though.
Yeah, there is. Those are two very, very different situations. You are right. They are very, very, very different situations. The difference is that
How?
that Biden's actually makes sense and Donald Trump's doesn't at all in the
How does
slightest.
Biden's make sense? His was to cover up his son's, where's his son's laptop right now?
In the custody of the FBI,
It got lost.
it was literally used as evidence and put up on the congressional floor. Marjorie Taylor Greene spent a lot of time showing off a certain part of Hunter Biden. She seemed to be very, very interested.
There was a time though that
she
it
was
got lost,
very,
though, and
very
I'm
obsessed
assuming
with
a lot of
that. It was pretty impressive. Yes.
Okay.
It's insane.
Well, Trump at least is stopping spending on a lot of the bad stuff, like the gender affirming
Like cancer.
care and the
like cancer research, like Veterans Affairs, like healthcare for disabled people.
I got one more question just about you because I don't watch a lot of your streams, but I thought I came on one time and you said that you're not a leftist. Is that true?
No, I'm definitely a leftist.
Oh, you are a leftist. Okay, I thought one time you said maybe you said you weren't a liberal. Is that right?
I'm not a liberal.
Okay, you're a leftist, but not a liberal. What do you disagree with liberals about? I just want to know where you're.
Sir,
where you're
I'm
at
not
with
here to have
stuff.
an interview. This is ridiculous. If you have anything else, if you don't have anything else to talk about with the conversation.
You're on a political show.
Oh,
that you
I'm
made
very
me
aware of
talk
what I
about your
do, sir.
politics.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I was actually curious what I was
Typically-
doing here. I was sitting here and then I got lost and I was like, "Oh my gosh, am I here? This is crazy." And then
Maybe
I was
you
like,
stopped
"Wow."
interrupting people all the time. You could hear what I was trying to say.
No, sir, I heard what you were trying to say. I'm not
You're the-
interested in
you're the
having the
king of
conversation
interrupting.
that you're trying to say. I
just
heard
wanted
it
to
very
ask you a
clearly.
question
I
about
was
yourself.
responding to it and I was letting you know I wasn't interested.
Good. Then I guess we're done here.
Thank God. Oh, he's gone. Anyways, let's keep moving on to the next caller. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Brilliant. Thank you so much. What? Trans farmers more than meets the rye. I hate that you made me read that out loud. I hate that you made me read it out loud. Yo, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much. And Feisty, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Says, do you have a lady? You talking about that last caller? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Thank you so much for that $10 super chat. I really appreciate that. Y'all, if you guys would like to support the live, I do have super chats open. I do have memberships open. They do help to support the live and keep things going. I like to talk about them in between lives too. So I really, or in between callers. So I really, really appreciate that. But make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Oh, shoot. I also have pay links in my bio, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. They're all at Polypolitics, like my name. Kayla says, sent a $5 Venmo, said, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, Kayla. The only way to be this logically inconsistent is to be in a cult. 100%. Big W's to the chat for Kayla for the $5 over on Venmo. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you?
Hey, doing well. How are you doing, Polly?
I'm doing great. Do you still support Trump?
Oh, hell no. I was just going to ask you one question, then I'll get off, I promise.
You have about 5 seconds. Go.
Okay, cool. Will you be considering to go over to Rumble? Because MAGA is just infesting that place over there. So I'll hang up now. Thanks for what you do. We'll talk to you later.
I'll think about it. Thank you for coming up. I'll think about it. I have been trying to decide what platforms I was going to start reaching out to. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I'm 36.
Awesome.
I called last night. You hung up on me last night.
Okay.
And I think
well, then I'm going to hang up on you again. Anyways, we're going to move on to the next caller. Hello, how are you?
Hey,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. How old are you?
I'm 16.
Oh, sorry. You got to be at least 18 to be on the live. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you? All right, goodbye. Hello, how are you?
well. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. How old are you?
26.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. What's on your mind?
Okay. So that was a previous caller that you hung up on.
All right, we're going to move on to the next call. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing excellent. How old are you?
What do you say?
How old are you?
Me, I'm 20.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
No, I currently did. I live in Baltimore, one of the worst cities possible that you can imagine. It's just terribly ran. I did at first support him. I no longer do because of everything he said he was going to do. It typically seems like he's making things worse than better. But that's all I want to say.
All right, man. Well, I agree with you, except for the bot being Baltimore. Baltimore's not that bad. But all right, we're going to move on to the next person. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. What is going on over here? Hello, how are you?
Yo, what up, man? How's it going?
Going okay.
Hello?
How old are you?
Can you hear me?
Yep. How old are you?
22, born in 2002. What's up, man?
Nothing much. What's on your mind?
Great, great. So, what do you want to talk about?
You called me.
Okay, cool. So, what's the subject of this one?
You
what do you want
called
to discuss?
me.
Hello? You're on right now, right?
I'm always on.
Hello? Okay. All right. So, what's your first question? How do you want to start? Hello? How do you want to start?
I've never done this before. I'm new here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
First day on the
All right,
internet, actually.
So, okay, cool. All right. So, yeah. What do you want to start with? What's your first point? How do you want to angle this?
I don't even know where I'm at right now.
Yeah, you're hilarious.
How did
anyways,
I get in front of this
so-
microphone? This is crazy.
I don't know. I think what was it like? Biden must have plopped you down right there after he had his little, aneurysm.
But what about
put Harris up.
Biden? What about Biden, guys?
Yeah, they put Harris up.
Biden hasn't
Hey,
been
so
prison almost a
how
year.
did-
We should talk about
how
Biden.
did- how
Guys,
did
let's
Trump
talk.
lose?
Guys,
How did
Biden.
Trump lose?
Biden,
Yeah.
guys, please, we need to talk about Biden. We need to talk about Biden. Let's talk Hunter Biden's laptop. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Hunter Biden's laptop. I heard he had some pictures on there.
He did have pictures of himself smoking crack. Did you see those?
I could not care less. Hunter Biden can do whatever the hell he wants.
Okay. All right. Well, anyways, so Kamala Harris couldn't even say that the genocide going on in Israel was happening.
And you
that's
can't
pretty
even
much how
say
she
her
lost the
name.
election. Why do I have to give you my name? You didn't ask.
I didn't ask for your name. I said, and you can't even say her name.
Who, Kamala Harris? Why?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know why you can't say it. Maybe it's, I don't know.
I said
maybe a problem
Kamala
with your
Harris
brain or
couldn't
something.
even say. I couldn't say. Okay, Kamala Harris couldn't even
Is
say that
not
what was
her
happening
name.
in Israel was a genocide.
Is not her name.
Kamala. Is
Nope.
that better?
Try again.
Kamala. Kumala. However way you prefer. I don't care.
Not how I
anyways, the
preferred it. It's
person-
what her name is.
Excellent. So her name, that individual, she couldn't say that what was happening in Israel was a genocide, and so she
And
lost
you
the election.
can't say her name.
Okay, great. Now we're past that, right?
Nope.
Do you have like a couple brain cells to spare, or are you still stuck on that
Why?
one?
Do you need a few?
Are you trying to like
I actually do have.
disrespect someone's pronunciation?
I actually
or
do
what
have
are you
quite
trying
a few
do?
to spare. To be completely honest with you, it sounds like you could use some. So
Yeah, hand some over to me because this conversation's severely lacking the way that you're guiding it. You couldn't even try to guide it from the beginning.
I'm not trying to guide it.
Okay. So
Why
anyways,
would I be
what do you
trying to
wanna talk
guide it?
about?
I don't. I actually don't want to talk to you at all.
Oh no. Okay. What about the genocide in Israel?
No, I said I don't want
What's
to talk to you
going
at
on?
all. Did you not hear me?
So I support Trump. Debate me. Come on, prove me wrong.
No, I'm good.
I support Trump. I think that he's a great individual. I think he's excellent. I think that he's exposed a lot of the hypocrisy of the United States of America. And for that, I give him a big round of applause.
Okay, man.
He was one of the first politicians to be at that level saying that we went to these other countries for oil, something that progressives in this country have been fighting tooth and nail.
Cool, man. All right.
So that's why I support him. He outlines the hypocrisy of this country, something you cower and hide behind because you think vote blue no matter who will do something. You're like the white liberal that Malcolm X was disrespecting all those years ago, except by your skin tone.
You're
I
not
can
very.
tell you-
You're not very good at this. Do you know that?
Is that like your best retort for any of that? Really?
Well,
You
I
have
really,
nothing to
I
say?
kind of stopped
Are you that
listening to you.
stunned?
I stopped listening to you a while back, to be completely
So
honest
you're
with you.
so stunned. You have nothing to say. No retort. What about the genocide in Israel that the Democrats are trying to stop?
Sir.
Oh,
Sir.
calm down. Oh no. Okay.
I
What
just
do you
want to
have
be
say,
very
bro?
clear that I'm not debating you.
Let me be clear.
Nor am I having a conversation with you.
Why?
Okay, whatsoever. So you can sit here and run your mouth all you want, but I'm still not going to say anything to in return to you. Okay?
Because you have nothing to say. Because the
Whatever
Democrats
makes
have
you
no
feel better,
defense
sweetheart.
for the genocide. And dude, so
I'm
what
not
do
a
you
Democrat.
think? Okay, so liberal, neoliberal, supporter of the
So
left wing.
I hope you have a wonderful day. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next caller. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hi, how are you today?
Good, how are you, man?
I'm doing excellent. A lot better than that last guy. I think he might have had a, I don't know. Maybe he just needed a hug. Anyways, do you still support Trump?
Need to hug every once in a while.
Yeah, some people just, didn't have parents that loved them. But anyways, do you still support Trump?
Okay. I do support Trump.
Awesome. What's on your mind?
Oh, man, you put me in a hard spot here.
It's not a hard spot. It's literally written above me. It's the whole reason people call.
Well, I mean, yes, I do support Trump. I think he's doing a lot of great things for the country.
Like what?
And well, we'll start here because it's in the last 8 months. Getting rid of, not getting rid of, but hitting 3 Iranian nuclear facilities. I know that there's 7, I believe, 7 or 8. Yeah, and they moved some nuclear material around post that or during that, I think he's doing a really good thing with that, because it lowers the conflict here in the United States, and it lowers the conflict in the world.
How does failing to destroy nuclear sites end conflict in the world?
He didn't fail. He
did fail. His Defense Department's own intelligence assessment said he failed.
There's a big gap in what happened. There's a lot of gray area, I guess, is a good way to say it.
There's not any gray area. 50 different countries have done intelligence assessments on the attack in Iran, and it failed.
That was probably one of the greatest strikes that any country has ever done.
It was an amazing ability to hit something. It was not amazing in the idea that it destroyed anything.
You don't think it destroyed a lot? I mean, 3 facilities?
It didn't destroy 3 facilities. It didn't destroy. It may have destroyed 1.
I haven't seen that data.
Yeah, it may have destroyed 1 facility. Again, they had already blocked off all the entrances to contain it. They had already moved all the nuclear equipment. And yeah, they said those facilities were set back maybe 6 months. So literally by like almost now, they're pretty much rebuilt and going again.
Okay. I mean, it was like a 6-month setback is a pretty big deal, I feel like. I mean, in nuclear production, stuff like that, producing nuclear bombs, it was especially for Israel, because Iran and Israel always had their conflict. For Israel, it was a really big thing that we did. I mean, setting them back 6 months from bombing a city-state.
So they were put back 6 months from doing something they already weren't doing.
But they were preparing to do.
No, they were not.
Where did you see that? I'm not trying to conflict with you or anything.
Tulsi Gabbard, Donald Trump's own director of national intelligence.
Toby Gabbard said that?
Yeah, she said at a briefing in March that they were not even attempting to build a nuclear weapon.
I haven't seen that, but that sounds strange to me, just with their enrichment that they were doing, getting it up to, what was it, 95 or 96% in some of those facilities.
They were not over 90% anywhere. They were at 60%.
But they were trying to reach those.
No, they were not. That's what Tulsi Gabbard's assessment said.
Really?
Yes.
I haven't seen it.
Yes. So again, we attacked a bunch of nuclear sites, failed to destroy them in order to stop them from doing what they weren't trying to do to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think a lot of countries do these preemptive strikes to countries to I don't know, set back military.
But it didn't do that, sir.
They did, though. It's a bigger deal than what a lot of people probably think it is. I mean,
no, I know exactly how much of a deal it was. I know exactly how much of a deal it was, because right after that, they had meetings with Russia, where the Russian deputy foreign minister said that they were considering giving Iran actual nuclear weapons, where they kicked out Iran, UN actual nuclear watchdogs, so they could actually continue to enrich without us being able to see it. Okay. Literally, they are much closer to creating a nuclear weapon than they were before we bombed them.
That's true. They definitely did ramp up their production or their hesitancy of doing that.
So let me get this straight. So just to be clear, they weren't trying to reach a nuclear weapon. Then we bombed them. Now they are trying to get a nuclear weapon, and so the attack was good.
No, they were trying to
They were not.
reach an. I'm pretty sure
Donald
Iran came
Trump's director of national intelligence this year said they weren't doing that, and that is backed up by the intelligence of over 50 other countries.
Okay. Well, I'll agree with you.
I don't need you to agree with me, sir. I'm just trying to get you to understand the conversation that I'm saying right here. It wasn't a good thing. It just simply wasn't a good thing.
That would be like saying the attack on Pearl Harbor wasn't a good thing for Japan. It set us back for months.
Well, I mean, the attack on Pearl Harbor was very bad for Japan, but on top of that, it actually should have been much worse in the United States. Actually, their attack on Pearl Harbor was generally considered a failure because the entire idea was for them to take out the majority of the Pacific Fleet. Unfortunately, their intelligence didn't realize that a good portion of the Pacific Fleet was actually not in Pearl Harbor at the time, and they failed to completely destroy all of the boats in the harbor. And actually, the reason why, because of that failed attack, is the reason why the U.S. was able to retaliate in the Pacific, and the reason for the destruction of the Japanese country. So yeah, it actually was a failed attack, and it was not good for them at all.
Okay, that's what I'm comparing it to. So we're both talking about failed attempts, right?
So just to put that in comparison, sir, if you were to compare that, that would mean that based off of our attack, we would be the next to get hit, like Japan did.
I don't think Iran has the capacity to retaliate in that way. The United States definitely did.
What?
To retaliate.
Oh.
Japan just didn't have the war force behind them to do what we did to them.
Do you realize you're talking in slow motion, or?
No. I'm 7, man. I talk slow.
You're 7?
I'm Southern.
No, dude, I live in the South. That's not Southern. That's you've been hitting a little of that devil's lettuce tonight?
No, I haven't, man. I don't smoke weed or anything.
Oh, you might want to start, because you are like drinking or something, like on the jack.
No. I promise you, man.
Man, you might.
This is just how I talk, man.
Oh, all right. Well,
sorry, I talk slow.
No, you're fine, man. I'm not mad at you for it. I'm just saying you're talking in slow motion, and it's we're just getting there. But anyways, I'm gonna let you go, man. But I do hope you have a wonderful night, and I do hope you have a wonderful night. All right.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. I do too. All right, cool. That works, man. Have a good one. you All right, we're gonna move on to the next caller. Really appreciate y'all. Did I get any super chats on that? I gotta go. Oh, Gwendolyn said her emails. Thank you so much. And I'm sure this was with the guy before. Hey, dummy, answer the prompt in bold letters. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get that guy to. Like, if you're gonna come up on the live, just answer the question, and then I'll have a conversation with you. But he was just like, "What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about?" It's like, bro, I you know what I wanted to talk about was what I had written above my head the whole time. Thank you guys so much. Yo, please hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. If you guys would like to support, I do have a Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. They're all in my bio. They're all at Polypolitics. Also, I have super chats open. If you guys would like to support, I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. If you have notes or anything you'd like to put up between callers, that would be awesome. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you?
How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
Good.
Awesome. How old are you? Yeah, did I ask that right? How old are you?
42.
Awesome. Do you still support
42.
Trump?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. What's on your mind?
So why do I support Trump? I support Trump primarily for one reason. Actually, the whole Republican Party. They said they were going to get things done, and they're doing it, regardless if it's bad, good. They're doing it. The Democrats are failing to do that. They promise, don't deliver. That's one of the reasons why I support Trump.
Awesome. So what did Joe Biden say he was going to deliver on and didn't? There are things.
What
I'm
did
just
he-
wondering.
I mean, he didn't deliver on a lot of things. He
Like
said
what?
that he was going to try to secure the border somehow. He opened it.
He never
even
ran
more.
on that.
No, he never. Well, he's always stood by that since the beginning.
Oh no,
And
sir.
then
He never ran on that.
backtracked on
You said Democrats promised things, okay, and I'm not talking about the things that Joe Biden promised prior to him becoming the president, okay, that he didn't deliver on. That's what I'm asking you. Not things that you just didn't like that Biden did. I'm asking you what he didn't deliver on, like as far as his campaign promises.
Well, he appointed Kamala.
Kamala Harris was the vice president. She was voted in, okay.
Right.
But again, he didn't run on not appointing Kamala Harris as the vice president. So
No, he appointed her as the border czar, the one that was in charge of it,
he did not.
and she failed at it.
He did not.
She did. There's a video of it. Look it up.
Okay. Yeah, I have looked it up. It doesn't exist.
There is a video. There's a video of him in the White House sitting down, and he literally tells her that she is in charge of the border.
Incorrect. He told her she was in charge of migration from the Northern Triangle.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. Would you
What
like
did
me to
he-
pull
what
up?
did he
Would you
do
like me to
on?
pull up sources to show that? Because I can.
That's awesome. If you can, that would be great.
All right. Cool. Doo-doo-doo. Cool. Oh no, not on this page. Goodness, I almost hung up on you. Yep. Doo-doo-doo. And boom. And it's up on the screen. Kamala Harris was never Biden's border czar.
So the
Here's what
video
she
that
really
I'm
did.
pretty sure that. So the video that I'm pretty sure that everybody saw of Biden actually appointing her to be in charge of the border was fake.
Sir, he never put her in charge of the border. There were certain parts of immigration he put her in charge of. Okay.
Which she failed at.
No, she didn't. She was in
She
charge.
didn't
She was
know.
charged in restabilizing the Northern Triangle to reduce asylum seeking, and she reduced it by 50%. Not to mention the fact that by the time the Biden administration left office, border crossings were lower than under Donald Trump's first term.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
There's
Look up,
endless amounts
look
of
up,
videos
look up
of
Customs
people
and Border
crossing the
Protection.
border.
Yeah, look up Customs and Border Protection's numbers. By the time Biden left office, border crossings were lower than they were under Donald Trump's first term. Now, were there spots in there that they were higher? Absolutely. There were spots in there where we had an unprecedented number of people showing up on the southern border due to a destabilization of the Northern Triangle and the Northern Southern America. But I don't really think Joe Biden can be put at fault for just a lot of people showing up and not having the Border Patrol agents in order to handle it.
Well, I'm not saying that he's responsible. The party in general is responsible.
How many-
Right? Just like Trump is responsible for whatever the Republicans are doing because he's leading them and putting these policies in place and they're making things happen for him. Biden also did the same thing.
So Trump is responsible for what Republicans are doing. That's what you're saying.
Trump is not. It's not that Trump is responsible specifically, but he does have influence.
Okay, awesome.
On whatever
So
they're
when
doing.
when Joe Biden tried to pass a border bill that would have fixed almost over 90% of our border issues immediately, would have immediately shut down our border, would have immediately added more border patrol. When Joe Biden tried to do that and Donald Trump called the Senate and, like you said, had influence over the Republican Party to block that bill that would have helped Americans and would have helped the border, you now blame Donald Trump for the reason why Biden couldn't fix the border, right?
No.
So let me get this
So,
straight.
okay.
So let me get this straight. And just so we're clear, okay? Just so we're clear.
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
Joe Biden had 4, it might have been 5, but at least 4 different immigration bills that he tried to get passed under his term.
Okay.
One of them was written, well, technically 2 of them, but one big one, and again, that bill again separated, was written by Republicans, had 100% support by the Republicans in the Senate. Donald Trump called them, told them not to pass the border bill because he wanted to be able to run against Biden on the border. And if Biden fixed the border, then he wouldn't be able to run against him. All right. So Donald Trump literally used his influence to stop the border from being fixed, but you don't blame Biden for that. Or sorry, but you don't blame Trump for that, even though Trump used his influence to stop it.
So I did hear about that, and you do have a point on that aspect. You do have a point. But here's the thing, though. They created a hurricane. And then they try to say, hey, we need to control this hurricane. It's like, well, you were the one that created it. The border crisis got out of hand. I mean, I'm looking at the video right now. 4 years ago, Biden announces VP Harris will lead the response at the southern border. Not the northern border, like you're saying, the southern border.
The first border bill under the Biden administration was 6 days after he took office, and Republicans blocked it.
Most likely, well, I mean, I'll look into that. I have no response to you about that because, again, I haven't looked into it.
Okay, but none of this answers the question, sir, which was originally done, which you've just moved the conversation of. You said that the Democrats don't deliver on what they promise. I am still waiting for the thing that Joe Biden promised in his campaign that he didn't deliver on, because guess what? Securing the southern border wasn't one of them. That was a problem that came about because of COVID. That was an issue he had to deal with after he was already the president. It wasn't something that he promised and then didn't deliver on. So I'm waiting for the thing that he promised and he didn't deliver on.
The border was not as bad as it was during the 4 years that he was president. Immigration has always existed. I agree with you on that. It's always existed. During Obama, during Bush, during every president, it's always existed. But you cannot tell me that the last 4 years it got the way it was because of a bill that wasn't passed by the Republicans.
It got that way because of COVID. It would have been fixed because of
COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Well, people were fleeing COVID in their country.
People were fleeing the side effects of COVID in their country. Yeah.
That was not the reason why.
Yes, it was. It completely destabilized the Northern Triangle in Northern South America. That is 100% the reason why.
So everybody that came from, so COVID is over. So technically what Trump is doing is legitimate then. He's deporting people because COVID is over, there's no more fear. Or is it because they were seeking asylum for persecution?
Sir, why are you switching it to Trump? We're talking about sir. I just need you to stay on topic with me for a second, okay? Because I'm trying really hard. Your point was that Democrats don't deliver on the things they promised. Okay? That was your point. Okay? Not you don't like immigration. Okay? You didn't come up and say, I support Donald Trump because of immigration. Okay? Then we'd be on an immigration topic. You said it's because Democrats don't deliver on what they promise. I would still like an answer to what Biden promised that he didn't deliver on. Okay? If you don't have an answer, then just take back your point.
There was no reduction in crime.
Crime reduced.
During Biden actually escalated.
There was huge reductions in the crime rate under the Biden administration.
A huge reduction?
There was huge reductions of crime under the Biden administration. The crime rate went down significantly.
I mean, I don't know where you got that from, to be honest with you.
The FBI crime statistics.
I'm originally from New York City. And I do not recognize New York City the way it is now.
New York City is one of the biggest places where there was a crime reduction.
Anymore, but I do not recognize it anymore.
Yeah, New York City is one of the biggest places where there was a crime reduction.
No, there wasn't.
Yes, there was.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell this little stat. I love saying this little stat because it's really fun. Okay. Every single year since the year 2000, okay, people have been polled, and in those polls they said crime was going up. And every single one of those years, minus like 3 or 4 of those years, since the year 2000, crime was actually going down. So people in the United States consistently feel like crime is going up when crime is actually going down. How you feel about things and the reality of things are two completely different things. Okay? Biden promised he was going to lower insulin costs. He did it. He said he was going to pass an infrastructure bill, pass the largest infrastructure bill in American history. Okay? Not only that, but he isolated us from foreign chips, which is something, again, that he didn't even run on, but it was something that he realized he needed to do after COVID. Okay, he passed things like the PACT Act, which was one of the most comprehensive, bills to help healthcare for the Veterans Administration since the Veterans Access to Care Act under the Obama administration, which he helped with. Right? He did a whole bunch of stuff. He attempted. The one thing I would say that he probably failed at was he said he was going to do student loan forgiveness, and he was only able to do student loan forgiveness for some people and not for all the people that he actually wanted to do it for. Okay, but Biden did a whole bunch of stuff that he's promised he was going to do in his campaign. The immigration thing is something that he tried to fix. Again, he had an immigration bill 6 days after he entered office. He had at least one more in between that, and then had another one that he actually commissioned Republicans to do, and Donald Trump told him to stop it. Okay? So while immigration was a problem, yes, it was a problem because of COVID. Yes, it could have been stopped by Biden if Trump had just allowed the democratic system to actually work out, for it to actually work the way it was supposed to, which means that representatives just vote on good bills, not whether or not Donald Trump tells them to vote on it.
Okay.
And
So-
what is Donald Trump delivered on? He said he was going to stop the war between Russia and Ukraine within 24 hours of being president-elect. That's still going on. He said he was going to end the war between Russia and Israel. That's still going on. He said he was going to lower grocery prices. Grocery prices are up. Okay. He said he was going to drill, baby, drill, and bring oil down. Gas prices are up in the United States. So besides,
in my area, gas is not that high. I've seen a difference of how gas was from last year. So on that, I would have to disagree. On the war, I agree with you. I think that he kind of like jumped on that and has not been able to resolve that as quick as he thought he was going to do it. And again, that's probably because he is dealing with two hot-headed as well. I mean, it is what it is. But all the other wars that he has managed to stop, he has.
like what? Which one?
The other wars with I think that are like in Asia, Uganda. Those two people have been like fighting for like a long time,
And they still are.
No, they stopped.
No, they're not. They didn't. They're still fighting.
I haven't seen that they're just still fighting, but okay.
Well, yeah, sir, because Fox News doesn't show videos of them still fighting and killing each other. Yeah.
No, I mean I don't get myself on Fox News. I've learned my lesson with that one. But from what I've seen, I don't hear them talking about it.
Well, yeah, they're just not talking
Anymore.
about it because he didn't do anything to stop it. It's literally a ridiculous point. You're telling me Donald Trump, who likes to take credit for everything he does, wants to constantly be on television. Like he tweets 100 times a day. He gets on camera and he talks on stage for just like hours all the time, just rambles, just talks and talks and talks and talks and talks, right? Never once mentioned the war in Congo. Not one time. The entire time he was president the first time, the entire time he was president this time, didn't tweet about it, didn't mention it in a rally, didn't say anything about it, and then all of a sudden one day he ended the war. Without ever mentioning that he was even working on it or concerned about it or even knew that it was ever, like the existence of it was even happening. That's what you're telling me.
No, I mean, I would have to say one of his biggest accomplishments, to be honest with you, is that he has put better people in government, especially in our military, to control the military again, because our military the last 4 years was a joke.
Our military the last 4 years was a joke. We had record high spending, and we had an increase in recruitment across all branches.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
There was less people even wanting to be a police officer. They didn't even want to be in the military. They didn't want to even join the Coast Guard.
Sir, recruitment across all branches has been up for like 2.5, 3 years.
Where are you getting that information from?
The Department of Defense. Sorry, or is it the Department of War from the President of Peace? I can't remember.
He changed it to the we did change it to the Department of War. I do give you that. I don't know why, but he did. I guess he's preparing us for war somehow. What do you think? One thing you can't argue,
sir,
is
that
he's
I will
attacking
agree
our
with.
cause.
That I will agree with. He is prepping us for war, and that should scare the shit out of everybody.
I mean, I would probably say he's probably prepping us for war, probably, I don't know, against Venezuela. He is going against the narcotics. He's going against the drugs. I mean, that's a positive. He's stopping that.
And how's he doing
somehow.
that?
He's attacking them.
He's what?
He's attacking.
He's using the military to shoot down speedboats 2,000 miles away from the American border that didn't even have enough gas to get here.
They're using speedboats that have 4 engines on them.
Sir,
They're not gonna get in
4
open water
engines.
with no fuel.
4 engines means that it takes more gas.
Yeah,
Sir,
but they have stop points. I mean, they're not like just making the whole way all the way over here.
so just let's get this straight. Okay. Donald Trump is using the military to shoot down speedboats, okay, that can't travel 2,000 miles, okay, out of the water, that were carrying like 14 people, which I don't know. Like I said, my knowledge of drug trafficking is pretty much what I saw in Narcos, okay? But what I did learn from that show and other documentaries I've watched is that normally when trying to smuggle drugs, you want as much room for the drugs as possible, and probably 14 people on the speedboat, probably not the best thing, okay? And when Donald Trump was asked, well, how do you know there was drugs on this this boat? He said, look, there was white on the infrared camera, which is just a heat signature. Apparently, he thinks Coke is hot.
I seriously doubt that they went based off of some boxes and decided to just shoot these boats when they could have been potential actual people that were on the boats. I mean, I really doubt it. Because I mean, maybe Trump probably, if you give him the button to do it, could probably do it. But I doubt that the intelligence of the United States military, they're going to make that call. They give him the actual intelligence first and confirmation that yes, this is what's being carried on these boats before he says, okay, do what you need to do. I mean, I seriously doubt that he just said, oh, what is that? You know, some boxes.
Well, you can doubt all sorts
I
of
doubt
stuff,
it.
sir. And that's the cool thing about you doubting it is that doesn't change anything. So I would think a lot of things. I would think that we would vote in a president that, you know, cared about the Constitution. I would, I thought, you know, that we would vote in a president that speaks above a 5th grade level. I thought we would do a whole bunch of things. I thought that we would actually be against a president that is in constant violation of the First Amendment. I would think there's a whole bunch of things that I would think would be obvious that would be happening. Okay. But literally, the Trump administration shooting a speedboat out for drugs 2,000 miles away and claiming that the reason that you knew there was coke in there is because the infrared camera. For some reason, that one doesn't even surprise me anymore. That's so low on the totem pole of things that I am nervous about. All right, like I hear that one and I'm like, oh, that's like not even
right.
Yeah, that's not even like that serious. I don't like that's like low level stuff for Trump.
Right. So let me ask you a quick question that that I know I don't want to take up a lot of your time. What's your opinion on the whole Tylenol situation that he said about Tylenol causing autism and stuff like that?
Do you want my serious opinion?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we have a president that would literally say that is the saddest thing that I've ever heard of in my entire life.
Why?
Because there is zero medical data to back that whatsoever. And what the president couldn't pronounce it. He couldn't even pronounce acetaminophen. He couldn't even. We watched the president of the United States sound out words like they're in Head Start. He's in Head Start on television. How is that not the most embarrassing thing? Like
I mean, okay, so going to him not being able to pronounce that word. I mean, if we compare apples to apples, Biden could barely even get into a debate with him. And I feel bad for Biden because Biden obviously was a lot older and obviously he has some issues that you can't really hold it against him. But
sir,
you know,
Trump is the president.
Right, but Biden was the president at that time. He couldn't even debate him.
Sir, the but Biden thing is
over. You
over.
don't understand what Biden was saying that
The but Biden thing is over.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. You brought the whole situation that he couldn't talk about it. Now, let's say, for example, okay,
Sir, nobody gives a fuck about Joe Biden. He was too old to be president and definitely shouldn't have ran for a second term and was probably losing his mind the last time he was in presidency. So you comparing Donald Trump to a senile old man that shouldn't have been president does not work in your favor.
But you're talking about the fact that Trump couldn't pronounce acetaminophen. Biden could barely even get one sentence out.
He got plenty of sentences out. I have no idea what you're talking about. But regardless of that, if you're comparing Donald Trump to a guy with brain cancer, you understand that, right?
But that's what I'm saying. When we found out afterwards he had brain cancer, I kind of knew that he obviously had something was not right with him.
We all knew something wasn't right with him. You do realize that Biden, sir, this is what you're saying. This is what you're saying. Okay? This is what you're saying. All right? Trump sounds like Biden and Biden was incompetent. That's what you're saying. Do you understand how this is not a good point for you?
No, I'm not saying that Trump sounded like Biden. I'm comparing the fact that Biden had hiccups and Trump had a hiccup.
Sir, that's not a hiccup. That's not a hiccup. Joe Biden was way too old and probably too senile to be president at the end.
So let me go back to the actual point of that question.
Sir. No, I want to stay right where we're at. Okay. Donald Trump goes up on stage, rambles like an old man, okay? Says crazy shit, can't get sentences out, can't pronounce words, can't do any of that stuff. And you're like, hey, the other old man that couldn't do shit either sounds just like him.
But more active than Biden was. Now that we know that Biden has the brain cancer,
he doesn't have brain cancer, he has prostate cancer.
Well, prostate cancer. Well,
your prostate's pretty far from your brain.
With all the medicines and stuff like that, it affects somebody.
Your prostate's pretty far from your brain.
No, I know that, but I thought you said brain cancer in the beginning. So I don't want to hold it against him because obviously he's ill. But going to the original question, the fact that Trump said what he said about the Tylenol. Everybody went down on it because supposedly there's no proof.
There isn't.
Okay. There's studies.
No, there's not.
Of it, but it's not confirmation, but there are some studies that are saying, hey, there's a little bit, we're kind of noticing this.
No, there's not.
Now let's say, for example.
No, there's not. No, there's not.
There's, even back in 2017, they had said it even on the news, that there are some studies showing that acetaminophen is causing neurological.
No, there's not. Name one study.
I could send you. If I could send you the link, I would send you the link.
Just tell me where I can find it. Where can I find the study? And I'll pull it up on the screen. Not a problem.
Well, for starters, you can go to the actual study that they actually posted.
Cool. The Harvard study.
There's one from Harvard.
The Harvard study doesn't say that.
In like 2007.
Yeah, that one doesn't say it either. Neither of those studies say that.
I don't have it in front of me, but I know I read it. But again, they're not like actual like lab studies. They were like independent doctors. I was noticing situations that they were saying, okay, this is kind of matching this. I'm assuming probably like theories of that they have. But
okay, let me just explain to you. Because you
Mhm.
obviously don't understand what's going on in those studies. So let me explain it to you.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and explain it to you. Do you understand what a causation versus correlation fallacy is?
Mm-hmm.
You do. What is it?
No, I mean I do understand, but I mean I don't have to get into it right now. But yes, I do
Okay,
understand.
let me give you an example. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. As ice cream sales go up, shark attacks increase on humans. Did you know that?
What did you say?
As ice cream sales go up in the United States, so do shark attacks on humans.
I know what you mean by that, but okay.
You do know what I mean by that, or you don't know what I mean by that?
No, I do know what you mean by that.
What do I mean by that then?
The one thing has nothing to do with the other.
Why not? Sir, I can show you two charts right next to each other, and I can show you that as ice cream sales go up, shark attacks go up. So therefore, ice cream sales must make shark attacks go up, right?
No, I mean, but that's different. That's
okay. Let me give you.
That's not for medical people. We're talking about
okay.
Then we would have to second guess all doctors out there that are studying.
Well, doctors do second guess all doctors. That's why we have peer reviewed studies. That's the entire point of it. Okay, but let me give you a better example. Okay, people that drink more coffee get lung cancer more often.
People that drink more coffee get lung cancer more often. Why?
I don't know. I mean, I can put up two charts and it shows like, hey, people that drink more coffee and people that have lung cancer go up at the same rate. The more coffee you drink, the more lung cancer you get.
That could be, I mean, something like that could be one doctor that has noticed his patients and he says, hey,
it's over tens and thousands of people. Okay, multiple studies can show that.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you believe that? Hold on. No. Do you believe that coffee causes lung cancer?
No.
Why not?
I've never seen proof of that. I don't know how coffee could.
But the study puts them right next to each other. Sir, let me go ahead and explain it to you, since I know that we're kind of going over your head right now, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna bring you back to us right now, okay? I've
never seen the study, so I can't tell you that I believe it or not.
Listen, okay? People that smoke tend to drink more coffee. Okay? If people that smoke tend to drink more coffee. So therefore, coffee consumption and lung cancer can be seen, okay, in correlation with each other. All right? You can see, all right, that in these studies, right, people that drink more coffee correlates to the lung cancer rates, but it doesn't cause the lung cancer. You're not bringing in the rest of the factors that are needed in order to make a judgment, okay, on these two pieces of information. That is exactly what you're doing when Donald Trump compares Tylenol to autism. Okay? He's saying people took Tylenol, and also there was a rate of autism, okay, that are next to each other, which, by the way, was completely disregarded if you include sibling studies, right? But why were the women taking the Tylenol? Did you ever think of that? Did you ever think of the fact that possibly they were taking Tylenols because maybe they had fevers more often? Okay. Or maybe it was a genetic thing that caused them to have more painful things. Why were they needing to take the Tylenol while they were pregnant? And could that be the actual cause to see an increase in autism? We don't know, because we don't have those studies to be able to figure that out, because we can't do studies on pregnant women, because that would be completely inhumane. Right? And so when you're seeing these studies and you're saying, oh, they were taking more Tylenol, and also there was more autism, okay, It doesn't mean that one is causing the other. Okay? It's a correlation versus causation fallacy. All right? We know there are some things that cause that cause autism. It's mostly genetics, right? We know that genetic factors are the largest reason that we know that causes autism. All right, but there's been all sorts of different things that have been linked to it, including things like geriatric sperm. Did you know that? Old people fucking. All right, has been linked to causes of autism. All right, we just don't know, and we need to be able to do studies. Okay, and we need scientists and doctors to do studies to be able to research that. All right. But we can't do it when we have people like RFK Jr. and we have people like Donald Trump in the White House telling the American citizens that Tylenol does it. All right.
Okay, so but we can agree there's been studies since 2009 that people have been studying this and looking at it and saying, hey, there's something here. Even though it hasn't been proven, there are studies. I actually found the article if you want it. I mean, it's long. I don't know how you want me to tell you that, but it's from this one is actually from the University of California, San Diego. It was back in 2009 that they were talking about it. But now, let's say for an example that they told Trump, we have the proof. Acetaminophen causes autism, and Trump does the reverse card because he's a businessman. He goes, you know what? Let's not do this. It's going to hurt Tylenol. The stocks are going to go down. Don't tell anybody about this. Let the cases continue. 4 years from now, a Democrat gets into office.
Sir, we had proof of autism before Tylenol was existing.
They say, hey, Donald Trump kept it from everybody. How would you feel about that?
He's not keeping anything from anybody. These studies are very well known.
No, but let's say, for example, they confirm it. They actually confirm it. CDC, everybody confirms it. They say, yes, acetaminophen does cause autism.
It doesn't.
And he hides it from the people.
But it doesn't.
How would you feel if they say that he
But that's not what's going on, sir.
But again, how would you feel? That's what I'm saying. If he's damned if he does, and he's damned if he doesn't.
All right. So here's an actual study, and I'll put it up on the screen. Okay. This is from a Swedish study covering 2.4 million children. Okay. So 2.4 million. Donald Trump's little study that he had was 900 children. 900. Okay. This one's from 2.4 million children. And it said in this population-based models with study, models without sibling controls identified marginally increase of autism and attention deficit hyperactive disorder associated with acetaminophen used during pregnancy. However, analysis of matched full sibling pairs found no evidence of increased risk of autism, hazard ratio 0.98, ADHD hazard ratio 0.98, or intellectual disability hazard rate 1.01 associated with acetaminophen use.
I mean, I don't know if you want to go to the website I told you about. I mean, I'm looking at it here. It literally says that in May of 2008, an issue of the journal Autism Sluts.
Is that adjusted for full
between autism and acetaminophen Tylenol given to children for fever, pain, and other adverse reactions to measles, mumps, rubella vaccine, usually administered between 12 and 15 months of age. Children given acetaminophen after MMR vaccine were significantly more likely to become autistic than children given ibuprofen.
Sir,
this is back in 2009.
Autism has been around since before Tylenol and before the MMR vaccine.
Okay.
How can autism be caused by two things? How can autism be caused by things when autism was around before those things?
I mean, it could be a specific type of autism that it doesn't say that, and I agree with you on that. So yeah, if it was something that was around before, then it wouldn't make any sense. I don't know if maybe Tylenol.
Because it doesn't make any sense. Because none of this makes any sense. Because none of this makes any sense. Okay? It's a fucking joke. All right? RFK is an anti-vaxxer fucking kook. okay, who has zero business being in anything even associated with the word health, okay? I wouldn't let RFK Jr. run a fucking GNC franchise, okay? What are we fucking talking about? Doctors and scientists have been fucking studying this for as long as fucking it has existed, okay? And we know fucking Tylenol doesn't fucking cause it. And for the president of the United States to get up on television and to say that is crazy. And to be completely honest with you, I don't know what's more crazy, the fact that he said it or the fact that people like you will come up and repeat this bullshit, okay? Like, this is insane, dude. Tylenol does not cause autism. It doesn't. Any major study, even studies that he quoted, like the Harvard study, show that when you do full sibling comparisons on these kids, that there is no link whatsoever. Even the studies that Donald Trump and RFK Jr. quoted said in the studies that if you put them with full sibling pairings, it does not exist anymore. There is no correlation or causation whatsoever between them as soon as you have any type of comparison with them. It is irresponsible. It is dangerous. It could kill fucking women and fetuses by women not being able to control their fucking their migraines, their fevers, their all these other ailments, because Tylenol is one of the only true safe things that they can actually take. And the risk of fevers, okay, in pregnancy is much more dangerous, okay, than any risk that Tylenol causes. But now people are going to be afraid of that. Okay, this is a true health emergency. This is a true health risk to women, to our population in America, by just irresponsibility in reporting, because RFK has a brain worm and freaking for some reason people still listen to this guy.
Okay. So you do have a point there about the women not being able to take something that's actually safe for their pregnancies during that. I agree. I mean, again, I'm going based off of what I've read and what they said. I know that you said that autism has existed way before Tylenol. What year did autism first get diagnosed?
What?
What year was autism first diagnosed?
I don't remember right top of my head.
It was 1911.
It was like 10 years before Tylenol existed. I think it was like 1935 or something.
It was 1911.
1911. Cool.
When it was used as a term for schizophrenia. What was it? Schizophrenia. And then in 1943, it was actually identified as a specific condition.
Yes, so medical research advances.
Autism became an actual autism of what we know today. It was just compared, or it was used to describe schizophrenia, which is a completely different condition.
Sir, do you mean to tell me
the autism we know now?
Sir, do you mean to tell me that medical research advances as we go through time?
Medical research, of course, it advances as we go
Oh,
through
wow,
time.
that's crazy.
But again, what if Tylenol, not specifically the brand, but what if it produced a different type of autism? Just like, let's say an example, eating a hamburger or McDonald's can cause a different type of schizophrenia. I mean, just to give you an example. What if we find that out in
What if
30
the
years
flying
from now?
spaghetti monster comes down from his pasta colander in the sky to bless us with his Parmesan cheese?
So I guess we're better off just not doing anything at all. And then
No,
just
we're better
letting
off
it continue.
studying and actually listening to actual peer-reviewed teachers, researchers, and doctors, and not RFK Jr.
So then the research papers that there are since 2009, those are done by what? Like
Sir, I don't know what research you're talking about, okay? I pulled up a study
Look
of
it
two.
up. Just put
Sir,
it online and you're
okay,
gonna see
sir,
it.
sure, I can pull it up, and then it would take me a good amount of time to actually see, was it actually pure research? What was the actual study? How was it actually controlled? Who was actually funding the study? I would have to look up all of those things also.
You can go to Google.
I don't.
Go to Google, put acetaminophen in
I don't
study,
want to.
2009 is the fourth link. It's from 2009, University of California, San Diego.
All right, you know what? Sir, I don't need to because I have every other study proving it wrong already.
The one that they recently just came out saying, hey, guess what? Trump is wrong?
You mean every study for the last 20 years that said that Trump is wrong?
This is from 2009. It's within the 20 years.
Bro, why do you have to go to one singular study in 2009?
I'm not going to one singular study. I'm looking at one study, which is the fastest one I could find, to have the conversation with you. But there's other ones from other doctors, other universities, Harvard, other ones that are more or less saying the same thing. Without saying, hey, look, there's a study produced by Harvard and we are in Yale, and then we're kind of like talking about the Harvard one.
All right.
This was an independent one.
You're talking about the
That's all I'm saying.
Yep. Here's the study that you're literally looking at. Right here. And I'll put it on the screen. UC Davis Mind Institute statement on acetaminophen and autism. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services made a statement linking autism to the painkiller acetaminophen, commonly referred to by the brand name Tylenol. The department also recommended the use of, I don't know, whatever the hell those things are, as a treatment for autism. Here are the facts. Autism has no single known cause. The latest research shows both genetic and environmental plays.
That's not the one. I'm looking at the actual paper, not the website.
This is literally
It's
the University of
actual review
California.
article from
This is
2009.
actually the
It's
University
not
of
that one.
California. Some studies
No,
seem
it's not
to
that
show
one.
that some studies seem like they show a link between Tylenol during pregnancy and autism, but there are other reasons that that link might exist. These include similarities among family members, and these reasons people took acetaminophen while pregnant. The number of people taking acetaminophen while pregnant, sir. This is the University of California. Sir, this is the University of California. This is not exactly what you. Oh, gotcha. So
9 pages long.
Gotcha. So if the
It's
University
an
of
actual article,
gotcha,
it's a
sir,
PDF article.
gotcha, sir. So if the University of California says something, you like it, unless the University of California says something opposite of that, then you don't like it.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, you're talking about one article, I'm talking about another one. So let's compare apples to apples here. That's what I'm telling you. If you look at the 2009 article, it took that you said you were going to look for, so you can post it so everybody can see it, is different than the one you're reading.
Sure. I don't even know. I type in what you told me to type in. That study doesn't even show up. Okay, I don't know what kind of crazy shit you found for this fucking article, but if I have to look that fucking hard to find the fucking article, okay,
fine.
then that is
If you
fucking
want to put
ridiculous.
this question, maybe you'll come up with this question. Did acetaminophen provoke the autism epidemic? That's from 2009. It's a PDF article from the University of California, San Diego.
All right, what did you say it was called?
Well, the way that the article says, it says, did acetaminophen provoke the autism epidemic? Maybe it shows up to you like that. I don't know. It's like the fourth link. On mine, it's showing up as the fourth link. It's from 2009, and it says by P. Good.
Nope, that's not it. This is, by the way, the website that he's pulling this up on is called Alternative Medicine Review. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Okay.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's up on. I can put it
It's
on the
not a
screen.
website. It goes straight to.
Yes, I'm
US
on the PDF. I can
PDF.
put it up on the screen so everyone can say, I'm on the PDF that you're talking about. Okay. It's by Alternative Medicine Review. Okay.
Which website is that?
All right,
Because
cool.
I'm going straight to the link of the actual.
Yeah, I'm on
PDF.
what you said, dude.
That one.
Let's see.
It's an alternative medicine review. Okay, so what? It's an alternative medicine review. They're using fake doctors in this review. It's still a review from 2009. So it's not like Trump just like came up with this out of his butt. This is from 2009.
This is funny. Sorry, I'm reading it. This is fucking shit is hilarious.
My point in this entire thing is that this is
Immune suppression,
they have
including
been
hold on,
looking
this
for a
shit,
while.
dude, guys. I wish you guys could read this. I'm literally gonna put this in. I'm gonna put this in my sources tab, in my subscriber only spot on my Discord, because this shit is fucking hilarious. This shit is fucking hilarious, dude. I'm not even a doctor, and this shit's wild. Because acetaminophen suppresses the immune system as well as depletes the liver's supply of detoxifying agent, the question remains open about which pathology is more decisive. Immune suppression, including more illnesses, thus more acetaminophen may eventually result in toxic levels. Impaired sulfation of DHEA and testosterone before and after birth may explain the extreme male brain. For autism, the critical distinction between aspirin and acetaminophen may be the difference between aggravation and provocation. Although aspirin and other I can't pronounce that word can be worse in behavior in children already autistic, they have not been implicated in the autistic regression in progressively normal children. They have not been implicated in autistic regression in previously normal children. This is a fucking the extreme male brain. That's what it's called. That shit is fucking funny. All right, this is not by University of California, by the way, in any way, shape, or form. But I'm gonna go ahead and do this because this is funny.
It might not be from the University of California. They have it posted, but it might not be from the actual study from the University of California. My point in this whole entire thing is that he's not just talking out of just like, hey, I'm coming up with this whole thing out of my head. People have been concerned with this for many, many years, and he brought it to our attention. Whether he's right or he might be wrong, whatever it is, he brought it to our attention. I agree with you. He shouldn't have told people.
It is not the job of the president of the United States to bring shit that he doesn't know whether it's right or wrong to hit people's attention.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm assuming that if it was something that is not considered debunked, you know,
it is considered debunked. It is debunked.
Okay. Well, I mean, again, but if it would have been something that was actually for real, right? That it is bad, and he would have hid it from everybody. I'm pretty sure that in 4 years they would have blasted him about that.
Sir,
they probably would have blamed him. For
this
the last
study has been around.
All the cases that we have.
This debunked study has been around since 2009. Nobody was hiding it. You're making it sound like this is some study that came, sir. You're making it sound, sir. You're making it sound. No one's talking about it because it was fucking debunked. Should the president do a briefing about how fucking Sasquatch exists?
No.
Why not?
No.
Should the president do a briefing on fucking on the Loch Ness Monster?
No, that would be dumb.
Why not? You might as well.
And what about on the National Institute of Health has in their library also a study about it.
It's the same study.
I think so, yeah, you're right. I'm seeing a lot of the same stuff. So it's true. And it's also going back to California.
Sir, so there have been studies on everything. Okay? This is why we peer review things. This is why we let doctors test and retest test and retest to find out if studies and conclude on that same thing. If someone does a study and finds a conclusion, then we redo that test to find out if we have that same conclusion. We do it with the same variables, and then we do it with different variables, and we test and we test and we test and we test and we test. We don't test, find a fucking study from fucking 16 years ago that fits our narrative, and then stop looking at all the rest of the studies after that because they don't fit our narrative. RFK found a singular study from 16 years ago that fits his narrative. And even though there are thousands of studies after that debunk that narrative, he doesn't care about any of those narratives because that one fits his. RFK has a huge following and makes a whole shit ton of money by pushing some conspiracy theories like that. That's what he does. He has an actual financial incentive to do exactly what he's doing.
Okay. I had a friend of mine actually tell me that supposedly he used to work the Tylenol before he got fired. Is that true?
I don't fucking know. Probably. Anyways,
Yeah.
I'm going to get off the phone with you because this is getting like frustrating that we're even having to have this conversation. This is wild. But anyways, I hope you have a good day, all right?
You too, brother.
All right. Bye.
All right.
That was wild. That was absolutely wild. Anyways. Chewy says UC Davis is one of the most prestigious schools. Yeah, it absolutely is. UC Davis is actually really, really good. They're really, really good. And Sebastian says this guy read one article as an expert, apparently. Shay, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Big W's in the chat for Shay for the 5 gifted. I really, really appreciate that. Big W's in the chat for that. And big W's if you got one of those gifteds. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. And Sebastian said, why don't these colors stay on topic? I don't know. They just choose not to. Isaiah said, how do you feel about Trump saying he wants to use American cities as a training ground for the military in calling in all the big war generals? Not a fan. Not a fan of using military cities as training grounds. Training grounds for what? For war? Is he calling war on cities? That's terrifying. That should terrify everyone. Yo, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate y'all. I think I am going to call it a night. Yeah, I think I'm just going to call it a night. I'll be back on Saturday morning around 10 a.m. Central. So please make sure you're there. If you're a new member or if you're just anybody who wants to be in the Discord, know when I go live or when I post content, please make sure you join the Discord. It's in my link tree in my bio, all right? I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. See you guys later, all right? Bye.